obviously, I think it's pretty clear that Alan and I are in favor of this, and I have also received several emails, phone calls, text messages about, wanting this back on the agenda. So,
I think the biggest concern is somebody getting out of line. And I think that we just marshal it and shut them down and say, hey, if you're out of line, you're in contempt, if you can't represent yourself, your time's up, it's done, it's over.
well, I think the biggest key is gonna have some kind of, we need to have a policy of, you get 3 minutes, whatever, to speak 5 minutes, and the time, there will only be 10 minutes or 15 minutes of open forum allowed. And then I did talk to Christy Harshberger from ISAC, the attorney there, and she's looking at what other counties have. She said several other counties have policies on open forum, and she's gonna send me those over.
You made mention, John, before that, you didn't want to be subject to, like, I didn't see the behavior that happened 5, 6 weeks ago, 7 weeks ago. I'm not gonna name the individual, but I'm telling you, if I had been here, I'd have shut him down immediately. Just, it's
Well,
uncalled for.
technically that was before the meeting even started.
Okay.
So it wasn't during the meeting.
But, and if I had been here, I would have jumped in and said, that's unacceptable. And just like what I did with that newspaper reporter that was here 10 weeks ago or 12 weeks ago when she got out of line and was dropping vulgarities, and it's unacceptable, it's not professional, and it should be managed in a professional way. And I'm in favor of hearing from our tax base and our people. That's what we're represented for and what we're elected for. And I think it's very important that we do have those people come in and be able to speak to that 2 minutes or 3 minutes. So, I just feel it is.
Well, I mean, everybody's cell phone number is on the website, which most counties, their supervisors are not accessible that way. They take phone calls at the auditor's office, they take messages for them, they hand them out to the supervisors, that's how it's done. So we're very open to the public on a daily basis.
Well, and my thought process is too, if we're worried about people getting out of line or whatever, I mean, I think we've all, every single one of us have had a phone call that probably got out of line. An employee, a public
Which is
member.
fine.
Yeah, so if we handle it over the phone, I'm pretty sure we can put on our big boy pants and handle it here.
It's not a matter of that, it's a meeting, it's not for public.
It's the board, it's the supervisor's board meeting.
Yeah.
It's not the public's meeting.
And they can
Yeah, but-
still get on the agenda.
Yes.
With the,
Yeah.
I mean, they've got that right to call in and.
And if somebody has a legitimate concern, we've never not let them have a forum to speak at.
But that's if it's approved to be on the agenda, Vicki. I mean, I wanted
No,
something
but-
on the agenda a couple weeks ago, and I was told by the chairman that he would not have that on the agenda. So that's, that's.
And because the majority of the board agreed.
I still think
So we can discuss this. Do you wanna make a motion to have it? Public hearing, for the public forum, open forum?
I will make that motion. I'd like to make a motion that we put reinstate open forum at future meetings.
And I will second it. But is there further discussion?
Is there more discussion? What else
What's
do you
your
wanna talk
reasoning,
about?
Kevin?
I just told you, it's the board of supervisors meeting. It is not a public meeting. It is for us to conduct our business. It is not the point to give somebody a soapbox to stand on and preach to us. They have the opportunity to meet us anywhere, at any time, to discuss it and their issues.
So, further discussion, there's been multiple times where I was ever elected to this office, and I came as a Marengo Township trustee, represented myself professionally, introduced who I was, stated my business, and came in and did my business, and that was during the open forum.
Right.
And that was very valuable to me, so I could go on as a Marengo Township trustee and get back to my constituents who had elected me at that time as a trustee to get back to those people. We're elected now by the same people to get to represent them, and they need to have the ability to come in and visit with
They have the
us.
ability to talk to us every day of the week, even on Sundays.
But not as a board, though.
Not as a board, I agree, it's,
If somebody, let's say my neighbor has a complaint about something, whatever, something, and I don't wanna bring it to the board, then, you
Calls the
know,
next-
They
calls
call the next
one.
one.
what?
They call the next one.
supervisor.
Why can't they just come to us and talk to us?
Why can't they call the next one?
Why can't
It's
they
a pretty
just come
simple
here?
process.
Yeah, but that's a lot of steps. They are taxpayers, they fund us. I think they need to have a voice at this
And
table.
that's, and I value your opinion.
To me, it just seems like everybody's scared of being abused at this, and it's, we can handle it over
That's
to,
it all.
Nobody's scared of anything. We've sat through lots of meetings where, I
Yeah,
mean,
We were attacked.
yeah.
yeah.
I mean, you get jumped when you go to a restaurant, it doesn't make any difference, I mean, that doesn't, nobody's scared of anything. It has nothing to do with that, it has to do with running a meeting, keeping a decent decorum, and doing the business of the county, that's what it is.
so, John, and then I'll probably close after this, but then when I came previously
Hmm?
and represented myself,
Yes,
it was done professionally.
Yes.
It was done with
yes, you
courtesy.
came in and
You all
you
have to
had
do
potholes
that.
on the side of the road where you were jogging, yeah, I
Yeah, I
mean,
mean, you all have to
you were
admit that.
never denied. And that doesn't mean we're gonna deny anybody the right if, you know, Connie Bach came in to ask the engineer a question. I allowed her to ask the engineer a question during his time. We're not gonna run or hide from anybody on anything. So if somebody has a legitimate complaint, we're still gonna take those complaints and,
So then,
why not make it an organized process, though? Because you even, okay, let's go back to that. You even had to shut her down
I
when she
did.
was speaking. Wouldn't it be better just to have a 10-minute open forum with a 3-minute limit where she
3-minute
has her
limit.
3 minutes? And then it's the
Absolutely.
same and it's fair for every taxpayer.
it is the same for every taxpayer.
No, not, you gave her 30 minutes. And
I didn't give her 30
what,
minutes.
it was about,
She wanted 30 minutes,
it
but
was
she
a
didn't
long
get it.
time. It was a
right,
very long
and
time.
we shouldn't allow that, we should give her, okay, here's
But
your
the
3
week
minutes.
before, 2 weeks before, half of your road came in and went down the rabbit hole.
Yeah,
They should have had 3 minutes.
and
And
they
they
should
had
have,
talked before the
exactly,
meeting.
we should have gave them 3 minutes and that's it. Instead of spending 25 minutes here with them.
And the other thing that a note that I've been thinking about too is that if we allow them, like his road people talked before the meeting, well, that doesn't end up in the minutes, and I'd like this all to be documented and, done correctly. Whoever comes to us with a complaint should be documented, and if it's done before the meeting, like you're suggesting you come and talk to us before the meeting or whatever, it's not ever documented unless we reinstate a public forum and have it in the minutes.
Not everybody wants everything documented. When the public comes in, that's why they come before to talk to you, because they don't want to be in the paper.
Well, I think if you have a complaint, you come to public meetings, you lodge that
Yes.
complaint,
And that's
then
great.
it can be in the paper, you
Yes,
know?
right.
And if it's that big of a deal,
If
they
it's
should,
that big of a deal, then
Then they'll be then we'll put them in the meeting. If they have a huge complaint like that, we'll put them on the agenda.
if they get that ahead of time.
It's only 2 days, so, I
We have
mean,
them by Thursday morning.
if it's a big deal, I would assume that they'll get a hold of us and get on the agenda.
Yeah, or what if somebody walks in, what if, Gary's here today to complain about something,
Well, then, you're not entitled to that.
I just don't understand why we can't have an organized process to it. It sounds like you're still in favor of people talking, but let's have an organized policy,
We're gonna disagree on it.
a process.
So is there any more discussion? All those in favor of the motion to include open forum, say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Aye. Motion denied. Okay, we'll take a recess till